Hey, 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 hey! Friday Night Live. Henry McClure live. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see if I got this going. Oh yeah. I don't even know how to say it. So I decided to go down to Dillon's Fairlawn, pick up a chicken. Got a little dinner stuff, some walnuts, some almond butter, and some treats. Got some coconut milk. And as I'm leaving, I look up, and just looks like the classic bean is hopping. So I go up to the classic bean, get some coffee, and I'm sitting over here. Then I moved over there, and I start talking to this guy. We were neighbors when I was 1, 2, and 3 years old. He knew everybody I knew. He's an heir to the Carlin Furniture. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the best idea. I'm stealing it from my buddy, but he doesn't want credit for it. So here's what we do. What are they, QR codes? So we make a QR code and we put it on the outside of a building or a house or whatever, and you just walk up to it, then it gives you the history of it. I mean, what a cool thing. No charge, it's all volunteer, no tax dollars. No tax dollars. Maybe some guy makes the app, all the proceeds for the app go to help support the project, whatever. I thought that was a cool idea, but you could do it everywhere. You could do it everywhere. QR codes that give the history of our town. But I'll tell you something. So, what was cool is talking to another lifelong Topekan, even though I got out for 18 years. It feels like you've known me a lifetime, doesn't it? But seriously, he starts talking about Topeka from the fashion of how Topeka just doesn't be. Everybody trying to make Topeka something else. It's like, really, like all the carpetbaggers that come in here and try to change Topeka instead of just letting Topeka be. You following what I'm saying? Are you getting what I... And then he starts telling me about this guy who was in the sign business, who gave a quote for like $14,000, and they end up giving the sign company out of Minnesota a $56,000 contract. And like the local sign guy didn't even get a shot at it. And I was talking to him tonight, and I go, I think we got to let all the NGOs stand on their own. So let's just start with downtown Topeka. So if all the merchants want to get together and create their own association and be self-managed, fine. But there isn't any reason any taxpayer should pay a nickel. I haven't looked into all the financing of downtown Topeka. But I'll tell you, there's got to be something in it somewhere. I know Greg Schwartz getting something somewhere. Bartlett and West probably is getting something somewhere. Something. Excuse me. I'm having one of my Joe Rogan energy mints. Got to get a couple of these. Tomorrow we got a big show. We have a really, really big show. We've got James Bolden Jr. coming in tomorrow, and I can't wait to hear what he comes up with his investigating how to be a mayor in this town. Hey, I want to thank John Akala today, and I've never, ever ever heard of this, this is what he said. He goes, hey, look, you're my constituent. It's all about customer service. I've never heard a politician say customer service. Well, as a taxpayer, I'm a customer, right? I like that guy's attitude. What a nice time. I enjoyed catching up with Big John. I was always fascinated about the boxing side of John. I got a heavy bag, and I got to set that up. Boom, boom, boom. You got to stay in shape, baby. And what was it a beautiful day? I don't know what you're doing, but I got a new camera today for the home studio. But I want to take all the NGOs and look, they've got to be just stand on their own. If the chamber members want to fund Go Topeka and make it something, well, that's fine. But they're not putting the money in the right spots. So we're going to take that $5 million and start putting it all into infrastructure. Whatever, downtown Topeka can stand on its own. Visit Topeka can stand on its own. The people that are all involved with it. And why don't we elect the boards of these things? Hey, I'd like to be on downtown Topeka. I'm going to run for it. Fine. Then Andrew can find room on the ballot, or he can help run elections and whatever. But I'm telling you, the library board, that needs to be elected. The MTAA, that needs to be elected. We got to get out of, the whole Greater Topeka Partnership, Chamber of Commerce. We got to get out of them appointing everybody. It's over. It's done. There's change the minute the rats start jumping ship. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? We got to start making change. We really do. We got to change. We've got to change. That ought to be a song. That ought to be a song. But we got to quit doing stuff the way we're doing things today. And you know something? If we just let it be, didn't Karen Hiller sing that song the other day? But she's got to go. She should have sang Help. Help, I need somebody's help, not just anybody's help. I need someone. I was younger, so much younger than today. I never needed anybody's help in any way. Anyway, I got some help from divine intervention. And I'm not going to waste this life. Nope, not going to do it. But tonight was one of those just miracle moments. What are the chances? And ran into a couple of my friends from church, ran into some people that I know from a very exclusive club that I belong that has 2 initials, AA. Talked to my friend Mark Klein tonight. Yesterday was his anniversary. 32 years of marriage. I was the best man in his wedding. I'll never forget that speech I gave. Because I just, I do it like, I don't ever write anything down. I'm making this up as I go. I mean, I know you guys can tell more so than ever. If you subscribe and like, hey, share this. But today, I told this guy, I go, look, if I ever run for office and you see my name on a ballot, Vote for me. And he goes, man, if you do that, I will. I'll tell my friends. But that's the only way I'm going to do it. I'm not going to. Big John was talking to me about signage. And, so many of my signs got stolen and stuff. And I don't think it was bobblehead stealing them. I really don't. Oh, hey, man, bought a new car today. Got a new car. Went out and talked to John Hoffler. Yeah, because I got some stuff to do, and I gotta be in Emporia for some projects. Wait till you see the new set in the new office. I'm gonna have this all done. It'll be the background of the project of Emporia that I'm working on. We just signed up a pilot truck stop, and we got some other stuff cooking, man. What's really nice about the real estate business, you can do it anywhere. All you got to do is make a deal. And you don't even really need a real estate license if you're the developer. And why not go to towns that are easier to work with? So, I got to thank Braxton today. Called up Braxton, told him what I needed. He said, I sent him some pictures. He goes, I'll send my guys out. He goes, hey, did you talk to the guy, the developer across the street? And I go, nope, I didn't. I'm talking to the guy who runs the city. I go, you, Braxton. Braxton runs the city today. Hands down. Just give him the money. Braxton. Thank you, Braxton. Appreciate it. Now, did Matt Pavarnak leave because that girl ain't taking a shower over her religious holiday? Is that why he left? Is that she stunk too much? That's funny. I don't care who you are. And I don't care who you are, and I don't care what you think about, Sometimes laughter sometimes is the best medicine, because if you really looked into my life dealing with Go Topeka and the chamber, yeah, it's worth crying over. Not really, but they've discriminated against me. They've said that my deals don't have jobs, and then they turn around and give Cody Foster $9.2 million on a half-baked, previously failed project. That will end up being 10 times worse than Go Topeka. Once Padilla signs that lease, you literally could take that lease, put it out on the market, sell it. Cody could make $3 or $4 million and not blink an eye. Oh, but he'd never do that because of the community. He shouldn't be taking that money today. And I'll bet you $1 somehow he'll weasel his way into that hotel deal downtown. My poor guy didn't even get a counteroffer. $7.6 million. Anyway, I'm not being a crybaby. And did you know these mints have a little caffeine in them? And plus, they still got some caffeine from my mission down to the Classic Bean. There were some nice guys in there. They were picking and grinning. Banjos and violins. I don't know who they are, but I like the live entertainment. Hey, if there's any Macerich guys out there, I think what we ought to do is ground lease Lakewood from the Macerich Company, and we'll go back and turn it into an old-fashioned mall. I think this F-47 that they're going to build, I think they may end up building that right in Long Beach. Have you heard about that? Okay. I'm going home. I'm going to take a hot shower. And, I like just being home around all that art. Better look in my package. I think I might have got some stuff for the artwork. Hey, I should have asked somebody to call in. I got 2 viewers. Whoever you are, I love you. Thanks for tuning in. There's something I wanted to talk about. But anyway, hey, Mo, if you're watching, I'm here. Did I tell you I'm in the Glass Houses studio, which is part of the Ryan Mowinkle empire of commercial real estate? And I'm such a good salesman, I ended up leasing the space that I had for lease. Then we're going to get this space all cleaned up and dolled up. And if you need some office space, come talk to me. Hey, just think about it. We could collaborate. Oh man, and Robert Williams, thank you so much. I think that you and I ought to do a show more often. And I got some people looking into the Citizens Commission. Yes, making some headway on that. You never know. I bet $1. I bet $1 that that Lawrence Bay, there'll be a lawsuit filed regarding Lawrence Bay regarding the specials. And Susan Duffy, if you're watching, you should be doing it anyway today. Everybody, this is what I really detest about the county versus city. You know, it's this. I hate coward politicians that blame it on, oh, that's the county's fault. No, that's the city's fault. That's the county's fault. It's bullshit. That's why we're really, at the end of the day, we're going to have to consolidate our governments, and we're going to have to doge them, man. Hey, Bill Rapon, you know, you're going to get primaried. You better be ready. Neil Dobler's got to be out with Earl McIntosh. So we need to get somebody for 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. You know, we got to replace everybody at city council plus the mayor. We got to do it. That's it. But we got to really start thinking long term about consolidating, because our community is really the borders of Shawnee County. And we elect a sheriff, so he's part of the club. We elect the treasurer, that's part of the club. And we can start doing away with some of the government here. I mean, what the hell? What the hell is going on here? We got the shittiest roads, highest taxes, NGOs. There's somebody living the high life, but it ain't me. And we're taxing people out of their houses. Look, after 65 years of being around this joint, the deal is rigged. And I ain't angry that I'm not on the rigging side of it, the payment side of it. But they may regret not changing, because we're going to change it for them. There's just too much change going on. And I really think, I mean, this is a time Democrats can come forward and take the Trump ideas and then force the Republicans in the House and the Senate to follow the Trump agenda. Who knows? There could be something really good that a Democrat wants to do. Hey, this is politics, baby. I'm going to go with the ones that will fight. And you know, the ones that don't have the fight in them, get out of the way. Stand up, stand out, or stand aside. That's my slogan. All right, I'm live. Tune in tomorrow. Hey, and Mo. Hey, Mo. If you want to be on the show and tell some stories, you can come either 11 o'clock is Bolden, so you can come in at 10 or come in at noon. I think Jim's going to be wordy tomorrow. I think he's going to have a lot to say. Henry McClure live at the Glass Houses studio, part of the Ryan Mulwinkle commercial empire where he holds his State Farm business. It's an insurance agency. That was fun. Y'all have a good night, and if sleep tight. I hope you don't have bed bugs, but I do love you. Night night.